After playing through Pokemon Scarlet, I began to question what the differences were between this version and its sister game, Pokemon Violet. What's going on, everybody? This is CleverGets, and let's take a look at these differences together. Just to note, this video will not contain any plot spoilers, but will contain some minor gameplay spoilers in the background of me just playing the game. We will not be going over plot spoilers or any plot differences between the games. So, moving on, there's two major differences I see in these games. All right, after researching and playing Scarlet, I haven't played Violet, but I've researched it, watched some gameplay. I can see that the two main differences are the themes of the games and the Pokemon. The main difference of the games is the theme of past versus present. Pokemon Scarlet focuses on the past, Pokemon Violet focuses on the future. So not past versus present, past versus future. Sorry. The box legendary for Pokemon Scarlet is Koraidon, which is a past kind of historical fighting dragon type meant to kind of represent, like an older era. And then there's Miraidon, which is an electric dragon type, and that's meant to represent kind of the future. We can kind of see the differences between these two legendaries very distinctly when we can see the main character riding them in the game. Koraidon, despite having a wheel-looking design on its neck, doesn't actually use any wheels. It runs with its legs. It climbs with its legs. Miraidon, which is the other legendary for Violet, uses wheels, and it looks a little more technical all around. So it looks like they're going for a theme difference with just the legendaries. The theme of past versus present is present throughout both games via Pokemon and plot. The plot, while not going into spoilers, does contain differences in each game. If you play Violet, you're going to get a different plot than Scarlet. If you play Scarlet, you're going to get a different plot than Violet. The theme of past versus future is there. Even the schools, which I talked about in my review, are different in Pokemon Violet and Pokemon Scarlet. In Pokemon Violet, you go to Yuva Academy, and in Scarlet, you go to Naranja Academy. Both schools are based on the, I'm going to try not to butcher this name, the Sagrada Familia, which is a historic church in Barcelona, Spain. That's something that's not really a difference between the two games. The map and the main buildings, for the most part, are pretty similar. Both are based off of Spain, and as I just stated, the schools are based off of a historical church. And the games do contain exclusive outfit for your school, with the main difference being color, right? It's on the topic of theming, right? Violet has purple themed clothes, and Scarlet has orange themed clothes, right? Kind of says it in the name. We also have, for the first time in Pokemon history, exclusive professors, with Professor Seda being a professor and researcher of the past, being exclusive to Scarlet, and then Professor Turo being exclusive to Violet. His specialty is obviously the future. Both professors have slightly different personalities. Obviously, one mirrors the past, one mirrors the future. And so as we can see with themes, the whole main difference in the game is what I've been saying. It's past versus future. Every difference comes back to past versus future, right? Outside of the outfit differences. That's just more of like a color thing to represent your game. But yeah, like the box legendary, past versus future. The plot is past versus future, right? And then we move into the Pokemon. Just a quick note, this section will contain spoilers for the Titan Pokemon in the games if you do not want to go into the games with any spoilers at all. So you may want to skip this section and move on to the end of the video. So each Pokemon game of Scarlet and Violet has a long list of exclusives. This might be the longest list ever for exclusive Pokemon in Pokemon games. And I'm actually going to read this list for you right now. So if you'll be patient with me, this may take a second. So in Pokemon Scarlet, you can get the Stunky line, the Drifloon line, the Larvitar line, the Dino line, Skrelp line, and you can get Oranguru, Stonjourner, Armarouge, which is a new one, Koraidon, and the Great Tusk. Those are Koraidon is your box legendary, and the Great Tusk is the Titan Pokemon. It also comes with new versions of past Pokemon with new names, which is Screamtail, Brute Bonnet, Fluttermane, Slitherwing, Sandy Shocks, and Roaring Moon. Pokemon Violet contains the Mischievous line, the Gulpin line, the Bagon line, Passimian, the Clauncher line, Ice-Q, the Dreepy line, Ledge, sorry, which is also an exclusive Pokemon, a new Pokemon, Miraidon, which is your box legendary, Iron Treads, which is Donphan's other Titan form, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Iron Jugulus, Iron Moth, Iron Thorns, and Iron Valiant. Donphan is the only Titan Pokemon with a difference in these games. In Scarlet, you get the Dirt Great Tusk, which represents the past, and in Violet, you get the Iron Treads, which represents the future. That is pretty much the main differences between both games. As we can see, the differences between the games is certainly there. If it's worth picking up another game, that's up to you, really. How intense are you into Pokemon? Do you love the Paldea region that much? Because the themes in the games changes significantly depending on your version, with Scarlet taking a nod to the past and Violet taking a nod to the future. Personally, I prefer Scarlet because a couple of reasons. Orange is my favorite color, and my university major is history. So naturally, I'm going to love the history game with an orange twist on it. So it naturally feels like that game is built for me. The Pokemon difference is more significant than past games, possibly ever, with a comprehensive list of new and old Pokemon exclusive to each game. I did not get into the plot in this video, but trust me, the differences are there as well. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this quicker video. Let me know if I missed anything that's exclusive to these games in the comments section, and let me know if you would like more videos of me covering Scarlet and Violet. Subscribe to my channel for more content, and check out the links in the description, and thanks everyone for listening to my video. Have a great day.